In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please be seated. Welcome to St. Lawrence's this afternoon. Welcome as we come to do some of the most important things that human beings ever do. The most important, in a strange way, some of the most beautiful, but without doubt some of the most hard and painful things that we ever do. We've come together to say goodbye to somebody who has died far too young. Someone in whom there was so much that was wonderful and so much that was difficult. Someone who all of you, in all your different ways, loved. We've come here simply to be here for each other, to hold each other up now that Rory's gone, to look after each other in all the hurt. And we've come finally to place Rory back into the hands of the God who made him out of love and who loves him still. Abbots was Rory's home. He loved this place, and it's deeply right that he comes to St. Lawrence for his final farewell, and deeply right that the crowd outside so big. Reads to us from the book of Ecclesiastes.
This is from Ecclesiastes chapter 3. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Thank you.
And now, Rory's mum, Mrs. Christine Wilson Foley, reads to us a letter to Rory.
God bless you, my darling son Rory. You came into the world in Wylam, diving headfirst as you always did in life. From the beginning, you kept on running, and the rest of us had to try to keep up. You brought such zest and vigour to everything. It was a joy to see. With Debbie, you gave me two beautiful grandsons, Ellis and Owen. Each of them in some way like you. They have your intelligence and interest in life, your sporting abilities, and your red hair. Your energy was so great that it didn't fit easily into school. Despite that, there are many who were at school with you, who are in the congregation today. Although you lived most of your life in the south, you kept a deep attachment to Newcastle and the North East. Particularly, you loved Newcastle United Football Club, following them constantly and often going to their matches, both home and away. You formed strong friendship with other Newcastle supporters, and some of them are with us today. You worked as a bricklayer, and you were good at it. You especially enjoyed the teamwork that there is on a building site, and that was one of the themes of your life, that you wanted always to belong to in a group, common goal. That did not prevent you from having other interests, such as your political views, and most of all, being the life and soul of the party, and if there was no party handy, doing your best to get one going. You brought great light and love to me, which did not prevent you from frequently bringing my heart into my mouth. You'll leave an enormous gap, and you'll know very well that I can never forget you. So, Godspeed, my darling son, your grieving mother.